Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah, salatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Amma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you for joining me in this unboxing of, alhamdulillah, Tawfīq Online's new publication. So we recently published a book called 40 Short Hadith. There are some, inshallah, hopefully some unique features about this book that I would like to share with you. So firstly, we'll just, inshallah, do the opening. So this is the first batch of books that I've received. Bismillah. So, mashallah, this is the hardback version. We've actually published it in two versions. This is the hardback version. We also have a paperback version as well, alhamdulillah. So let me briefly speak about the book itself, inshallah. So the idea of this book actually started way back in 2019, actually a very long time ago. And the idea was to essentially produce a small book of hadith for younger people, for my children in particular, actually, because one thing I noticed, they experienced studying 40 hadith of Imam al-Nawawi, rahimahullah, and it was somewhat of a challenge for them to learn all the hadith. Some of them were very long and difficult for them to memorize. So I thought it would be useful to have a collection of 40 hadith that were very short in words, very concise in terms of their wording, but very profound and comprehensive in meaning, and easy to memorize. And that was the idea. So I initially collected a 40 hadith back in 2019. I taught it actually back in 2019 to a group of adults, and over the years I've sort of refined it. And alhamdulillah, I think I thought it's about time that I publish the book now. So let me quickly, inshallah, go over the special features of the book itself and what makes it unique. Since we already have a number of 40 hadith books, obviously the most famous being the 40 hadith of Imam al-Nawawi, which is probably a good comparison to start off with. I mean, firstly, nothing can really compare with the 40 hadith of Imam al-Nawawi. There's so much to say about it, and everyone knows about it and its status and its importance. Not that I wanted to try and surpass Imam al-Nawawi in what he achieved. I think that would be very, very difficult. But what makes this collection unique is a number of features. Number one, I've arranged the ahadith by way of topic. So as you can see here, so the first collection of hadith relate to iman, then adab and akhlaq, and ibadah, mu'amalat, and heart softeners. So there's a section for each group of hadith, and then the hadith themselves are extremely short, only a few words. Some of them are only 2 words, as you can see. Some of them are 3 words, and in addition to that, so the idea was to make these hadith very short and easy to memorize, especially considering that a lot of people struggled to memorize the 40 hadith of Imam al-Nawawi, rahimahullah, and some of them were quite long. I provided the translation as well as a transliteration and keywords as well, and then discussion points. So the idea behind the discussion points is that it's meant to be used in a sort of classroom setting, or with family, for example, and someone reads out the discussion points and then discusses it with the group, essentially. And then you have ample space here on the right hand side to add your notes. That's another special feature that you'll find with this collection. So in addition to the fact that the hadith are very concise in words, very comprehensive, so the idea of these hadith are meant to be not just comprehensive in meaning, but overarching in terms of concepts. These hadith often represent not just an individual matter in the religion, but an entire concept. For example, inna ad-dina yusrun, the religion is easy. So this highlights a key feature of the religion itself. And that's what makes it stand out from a number of other 40 hadith collections, especially, for example, the 40 hadith collection of Mullah Ali Qari, rahimahullah, which is very similar to this in the sense that the hadith are very, very short. Most of the hadith are only a few words. However, a lot of the hadith that he chose, rahimahullah, were regarding a very particular, a very specific aspect of the religion, not a very sort of overarching. These ahadith don't really represent overarching principles of the religion itself. Also, as we can see, alhamdulillah, there's a hardback version as well, and this hardback version, mashallah, I have to say I'm pretty impressed with it, with the way it's been bound and printed. The paper is thicker as well, and this hopefully will last longer than the paperback versions. So you have a choice really. Anyone wants to purchase a copy, you can purchase a hardback, which is obviously a bit more dear, but inshallah longer lasting. And here we have the paperback version. So inshallah, I hope you will benefit from it. Purchase a copy, inshallah, benefit from it. And my intention, inshallah, is to teach the book, inshallah. Maybe have a seminar covering the contents of the book itself. And hopefully in the future there will be another version published with a commentary, with illustrations as well, inshallah. And that's where I'll get my daughters involved, inshallah, in that process, inshallah. So may Allah bless this project and accept it, and inshallah make it a benefit for the ummah. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.